Good morning, lovely human. Let's talk about physical constants, and by that I mean numbers that are the same throughout time and space, and how that means that it's a fucking miracle that we are here. Okay, so first, what are physical constants? So they're everywhere. So it's kind of what makes a particle, for example. So like every particle has a certain amount of mass, has a certain amount of charge, and some other properties. There are physical constants associated with space and time. For example, like the speed of light, or like the Planck length, which is kind of like the smallest scales at which we would need to probe space time. Um, there are physical quantities, physical constants associated with forces, which tell us how strong those forces are. They're everywhere. And then, there's things that are associated with geometry, like pi. Yay, pi. Um, yeah, and so one of the questions I would ask my physics professors was like, well, why are these constants these particular values? Why are they these numbers and not some other number? And the answer they would give is, well, because they have to be those numbers for us to exist. Which is true. Fair. And I was always really unsatisfied with that. And they would kind of smile and be like, yeah, I know. Unsatisfying, but we're sticking to the facts. And so I would always kind of think about like, well, you know, why are they these values? Is it just that like our universe is infinitely old, or like we happen to be super 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 lucky that all of these values are the right values for us to exist? Um Side note, that's kind of why I like the multiverse theory, because it's like, potentially like infinite universes with all of the physical constants being every possible value. And most of those universes, nothing would happen. But in some of them, weird stuff would happen, like life with people with hair. But basically, the thing that I want you to take away from that is like, there are so many things in this universe that had to line up just right for us to exist, for these birds to exist, for the trees to exist, for water to exist, for atoms to exist. And that's a fucking miracle. And so sometimes when life gets hard, or, I get stressed out, I like to remind myself that, like, you know what? We're here. That's a miracle. And that's what matters. And I hope that it helps and does the same for you. Also, it's just really cool. Bye.